Alright, so Trucker Smurf here again with another quick update. Sorry that my beard looks all kind of cockeyed and messed up. Anyways, I'm over here in Texas, just right over the border from New Mexico. Now we're going to El Paso, Texas, and then from El Paso, Texas, we gotta go all the way to California. Do 2 stops in California. For those of you who kept up with me and everything like that, I appreciate it, and I appreciate your support. For those of you who are trying to get into the trucking business, I do recommend getting into it. It is a great, I wouldn't say great lifestyle, but it's a different kind of lifestyle. It's not meant for the weak, so to speak, as they say. Because yes, you are away from your family. Yes, you are away from your friends, from your home. I mean, you get another home. You get a home and a vehicle all in one. But I will have to say, short period of time that I've been driving, I've enjoyed it. I'm enjoying the scenery, the different scenery that you get. You get to experience, you get to see. It makes you stop and wonder about certain jobs. Say you're working at McDonald's. Yeah, I mean, you got a job. That's great. I'm glad. But is that something you really want to do? And that's what I had to stop and do for me. I had to stop and think about some of my life choices that I've made in the past and my jobs that I've had. Meanwhile, yes, some of them have been good. Other ones, not so good. But for me personally, taking the leap of faith and, just getting out on the road and driving tractor trailers, it's a different experience. It's a lifestyle that most people have to learn to adapt to. Unless you were born in it, unless you got family members that have been doing it. Me personally, I do not have any family members that have done this, not to my knowledge. So it's a good experience. It's a good what am I trying to say? It's a good decision for me. Be better. Like I said, I'm out here in Texas. I'm about 30 minutes away from El Paso, Texas. And I'm just chilling. I can't go to the shipper until 5. So, and which is in Texas, El Paso, Texas. But other than that, it's just, I'm looking out my truck right now. That's why I keep looking out in the distance, away from the camera, guys. I'm taking in the scenery and taking in the amazement of, I could have been doing this a while back. I could have done this a long time ago. Why didn't I start doing it? But everything happens for a reason, right? So, for those of you who have, like I said, followed me, given me my support on doing this, I do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. and to know that every time I let y'all know where I'm at, what city I'm at, what state I'm at, you know, every time I get complimented, you know, they're proud of me. Y'all are proud of me, and I appreciate that. It means a lot. For people who haven't gone through Texas and New Mexico and all that, I do have to say watch out, because they're on the way up here, on the way from New Mexico to Texas. There were signs for desert or sandstorms, and signs for gusts of wind, which I can understand that, you know, desert. But, you know, for those of, you know, just going into Texas, like, this is my first time being in Texas. My first time being in New Mexico. You know, it's going to be my first time going into California. It's an experience for me. So, I can only tell you how I would handle seeing signs like that. You know, I handled them with, you know, intentions that there is going to be a sandstorm soon. So I prepared myself for that, you know. It all boils down to driver responsibility. And my company that I'm working for, PAM Transportation, when I went to my orientation and everything like that, they were going over it. They were going over driver responsibility. So my responsibility was to make sure and ensure my co-driver, who, like I said in my previous video, a new smurf member, I want to make sure that he can get to his family, he can get to his friends, his home, you know, and I don't want nothing to happen to us out here on the road. So I'm taking into that consideration every time I drive, every time I, you know, get behind this steering wheel. I instantly start thinking about others. My trainer, I was driving, and, you know, he would pay attention to me, and he would see that I'd go over a white line or something. His first reaction would be, what if that was somebody's car? What if that was somebody's family right beside you? You just went over that white line. You just killed that family. Because really and truly, guys, people that are trying to get into it or have thoughts about getting into it, I would recommend going into it, but I would recommend going into it with a sponge-like brain. Take all the knowledge that you can get. Take all the experience. Talk to different truck drivers. Get their input on it, because I guarantee it, if you don't know what you're doing out here, or you weren't trained properly, or you go through the class and you go through everything that you need to, and you're passing with flying colors, and then you get behind this steering wheel and you're not giving a fuck, pardon my language, but you don't care about others, you're going to get somebody killed. You are definitely going to get somebody killed. And this is an 80,000 pound missile. This truck goes at 63 when it's on cruise control, 64 when it's not. So you try to stop an 80,000 pound missile going down the road at 64 miles an hour. You tell me who wins. But like I said, man, it's a lifestyle. You know, it's really and truly, it's something you gotta take in consideration of others. You can't sit here and think that it's going to come naturally to me. No, it's not. And, I thought for the longest time truck drivers had the easiest job in the world. They sit and they move the steering wheel. No. I can tell you right now, I'll admit my faults. I was dead wrong. There's so much stuff you got to worry about, so much stuff you got to look for. You can't just sit behind the wheel and not give a crap. Sooner or later, it's going to come back to haunt you, and it's going to bite you in the ass. And for my mom, my dad, for watching my videos, or if you subscribe to me, you were right. I did have a lot to grow up. But with this job, I have taken a lot of responsibilities. For those of you who don't know my backstory, I'll give you a quick one. Yeah, I didn't really care, so to speak. I would just job hop. I'd bounce from one job to another. Not even caring. Not even caring about my responsibilities as a person. I didn't want to do much. But with this job, driving tractor trailers has changed me. So, there again, if you want to get a job that would change your lifestyle, change your whole demeanor, change your whole personality or person about you, go into truck driving. Because you got a lot to worry about, you got a lot to think about. And trust me, when my co-driver's back there sleeping and I'm driving, I'm thinking a lot. Yeah, I'm listening to music, this, that, and the third, but more importantly, I'm watching my surroundings. And I'm thinking, okay, if I make this left turn, is there going to be a car right beside me? So I gotta slow down and I gotta start thinking about it. Gotta start thinking more clearly, and hey, y'all might get out here, y'all might be better. Y'all might be the best. Who knows? But if y'all are having second thoughts, second doubts, and worrying about, am I gonna be able to handle it? Take it from somebody who didn't believe he would. I'm here to say I can handle it. I had my doubts, I had my second thoughts. And that's the worst decision I ever had. The second thoughts about doing this. So, you're having second thoughts? Don't do it. Don't do second thoughts. Go on instinct. Go on gut. Like I always tell people, when in doubt, throw it out. But when it comes to life decisions and life-changing decisions, do it. What have you got to lose? Yeah, you won't be able to see your best friend from down the street every Friday or every weekend. Okay. So when you're back at the house, coming off the road, what are you doing then? Sitting at the house? No. That's not what I would do. I'd start scheduling people. And yes, I would start scheduling, booking people for appointments to hang out with me. Because I only got limited time. So, like I said, it's a lifestyle you gotta get used to. It's a lifestyle you gotta get accustomed to. Sooner or later, hell, who knows? Maybe after a year I might not want to do this anymore. But at least I can say I gave it a try. And that's all that matters. And that's all that should matter to everyone. Don't knock it till you try it. Trucker Smurf, signing off.